Hi, everybody. Today I'm examining the AI in Global Development Playbook, an initiative by the USAID. The US government has put out an RFI, that's Request for Information, on the pragmatic use of AI in global development. The public has the opportunity to provide input in the contents of the AI in Global Development Playbook. You need to submit your comments by March 1st, 2024. The USAID and State Department are especially interested in the perspectives of those living and or working in global majority countries. That term, global majority, may be new to you. ChatGPT 4 defines global majority as countries that collectively comprise the majority of the world's population, often focusing on those in the global south or developing regions. This term emphasizes the demographic predominance of these nations and often seeks to highlight perspectives and experiences that are not always central in global discussions that have traditionally been dominated by the global north or developed countries. I created this video to explore the AI Global Development Playbook's unique structure, which breaks down into three sections encompassing 18 critical questions. This layout offers a versatile framework for considering responsible AI across various sectors. It's essential to keep these questions at the forefront of our minds when working with AI, embedding them deeply into our approach to ensure responsible use and development in the field. The three sections are the opportunities, risks, and barriers of AI, the enabling environment for responsible AI, and AI policy protections and public participation. I want to give credit to the author of this RFI, Andrew Merluzzi, Emerging Technologies Advisor at USAID. Throughout the document, you will often encounter references to the UN Sustainable Development Goals that serve as a comprehensive plan to achieve global peace and prosperity. For those involved in global development work, the 17 SDGs will be a familiar framework guiding efforts to a more sustainable and equitable world. This section explores the barriers to implementing AI in developing countries. The questions ask about the potential and challenges of AI in sectors like agriculture, health, and education. Number one, what are the most important barriers in global majority countries to achieving a future where AI tools are designed and deployed in a responsible way to address the UN SDGs and support humanitarian assistance? How would you address these barriers? Two, what applications of AI or AI technologies are most promising for advancing the SDGs and supporting humanitarian assistance? How can these applications be advanced responsibly? Are there any sectors that are particularly well suited to applications of AI? Are there potential limitations or trade offs that should be considered when applying AI in these contexts? Relatedly, what are the most risky or harmful applications of AI in global majority countries? Why? Can their risks or harms be mitigated? And if so, how? Four, how are commercially available AI tools currently helpful in addressing the SDGs and supporting humanitarian assistance? Where do they fall short or lead to harm? What steps have or should be taken to mitigate such harms? Five, how do AI potential benefits and risks differ for specific groups, particularly disadvantaged or marginalized groups, and between geographic and cultural contexts? This section examines how data should be managed for AI systems to support humanitarian goals while respecting privacy and accessibility. Number six, how should data for AI systems be collected, used, stored, managed, and owned to further the SDGs and support humanitarian goals? Which aspects of data management are unique or particularly salient for AI? How should the objective, of ensuring sufficient data accessibility for AI training be reconciled with other objectives, like ensuring privacy protections in different contexts? 7. What kind of AI related financial and resource investments should actors in global majority countries prioritize? What kinds of financing and resourcing is most needed to catalyze responsible AI development? Number 8, how should computational resources, aka compute, to build or deploy AI systems be managed in global majority countries? How could compute be more accessible, affordable, and reliable? How should hardware and infrastructure to support the deployment of AI systems be managed and governed? Number 9, what are the barriers to building the AI workforce in global majority contexts, including for tasks beyond technical development of AI systems? What kinds of skills or experience are most needed in these contexts? Where can people gain these skills and experiences? Number 10, what other AI enabling infrastructure or resources are needed to advance responsible AI development and use? This section goes into AI principles, tools, and best practices for advancing AI in a risk aware manner, focusing on policy implications and labor market dynamics. Number 11, are there existing AI principles, tools, or best practices that you think are particularly helpful in advancing AI for development? If they are only partly helpful, where do they fall short? Number 12, what kinds of AI related policies do you think are most promising or harmful in global majority contexts? Why? Who might benefit from these policies? Who might they harm? How might existing policies be reshaped for improved outcomes? 13, how might AI affect broader labor market dynamics in your context? Are there some skills for which it increases demand and others for which it decreases demand? Number 14, how might AI affect competition dynamics in your context? Do these effects vary by economic sector? Number 15, how should the public be informed about AI risks and harms in your context and engaged on AI governance issues? What efforts around community engagement seem promising? What communities should be engaged who are not participating in existing discussions? Number 16, what are the best ways to improve inclusivity and stakeholder representation in AI design, deployment, governance, or policy making at the global, regional, and local levels? 17, what are the best practices for ensuring human rights are respected and protected in the development, deployment, and use of AI in the context of a risk based approach to AI governance? Are there mechanisms, processes, and capacity in place to hold actors accountable for harms resulting from AI systems? What should be done to create and operationalize those accountability mechanisms and ensure their sustainability? The final question is simply asking for pointers to more resources. Recognize the adaptability of these guiding questions across various sectors and industries. When considering the implementation of AI technologies, reflect on the unique challenges and opportunities of each industry. Understand specific barriers. Identify unique obstacles within each industries, regulatory constraints, technological readiness, and socioeconomic factors. Evaluate AI's potential and limitations. Assess the promising applications of AI for specific goals while being mindful of potential risks and ethical considerations. This involves a careful balance between innovation and responsibility. Ensure inclusivity and equity. Focus on how AI benefits can be equitably distributed, particularly to disadvantaged or marginalized groups, ensuring that development efforts do not expand existing inequalities. Adapt data management practices. Tailor data governance strategies to the sector's needs, emphasizing privacy, security, and accessibility while supporting the business objectives. Shaping policy and government governance. Develop and advocate for policies that foster a conducive environment for AI's ethical and responsible use. Fostering public engagement and participation. Encourage inclusive design, dialogue, and stakeholder participation in AI governance. Ensure that diverse perspectives are heard and considered. By keeping these considerations in mind, you can extend the principles of responsible AI